Hello and welcome to K&K Play D&D. I'm the first K, the Keith.
And I'm the second K, Karin.
And today's episode is Anna and Mokana number 5. And it's brought to you by libraries.
Libraries are good. Our tax dollars are at work there. Please support your local libraries because they literally save kids' lives.
Let's get those dice rolling.
Previously on K&K Played D&D, Anna, True, and the rest of the gang and I all ended up in Mokana. I was pleasantly surprised by the way that Seastone introduced me to the inn owner, but not quite as surprised as I was by Anna's vehemence towards said inn owner, all because she shares Lady Frankie's last name. Speaking of Lady Frankie, there's a wedding tonight in Seabrook, and Tar's down in town getting things ready, but someone unexpected just walked through the doors of the keep.
A tall, cloaked figure striding through the front gates, coming directly from said oak tree.
I kind of, swing my towel, my sweat towel around my neck and turn to face the person who I think I know who it is.
Yep. They come up to you, and they give a little half bow, and when they stand up, their hood comes off, and it is Iana.
Yeah. Hi.
Good morning, Lady Frankie.
Been a while.
It's been some time. How are you?
Settling in, thank you. How are things?
Things are progressing.
That makes me nervous. What brings you here?
May we go to your office to speak?
I mean, if you don't mind me smelling like this, yeah, that's fine.
I don't mind.
All right, let's go.
So you go to your office, and you probably go around the desk and just drop into your seat. She stands as Iana Lee as ever behind the desk, her cloak held well across her body, kind of hiding herself beneath it. But she's regarding you with that Iana expression, not showing much, but watching you.
So what brings you here?
I am here to train nowheres.
To train nowheres?
Yes.
Who sent you?
I did.
You sent yourself.
Is that hard to believe?
It's just usually, the last several times people have shown up here magically, it's because somebody sent them.
I am the avatar of Silo.
Yeah, I know that.
Nowheres was chosen by Ro for Silo. I am here to train him, so he will be prepared.
Prepared for which thing?
The battles that fall in front of him. His next encounter with Jolg. The minions of Alisonsko.
I was promised that horn. By the way, the tiefling horn, the Joel wears. I was promised that. It hasn't come yet.
Who did you promise this with?
Ro said he'd get it for me.
Then he will.
He's taking his sweet time about it. Everything else has come.
There is much happening in Patchwork now.
So I gather.
I have come to train nowheres. I will not remove him from the keep or under your watchful eye.
Good, because you wouldn't be able to. Kind of a thing that I have going. Kind of a promise I made.
Yes. With Samek, am I correct?
Yeah. He doesn't seem like your sort.
No, he is not. But, by your permission, I am here to train nowheres.
We'll talk to him about it. He's a grown man.
Very well. Where is he?
Probably training. It's where he spends almost all his time when Anna's not around.
Which building?
I don't know, the one where you hear the most thuds and oofs and things like that.
Very well. I will go find him. Thank you. She bows.
Weird.
And Iana lets herself out.
I still don't really like her.
What goes into that, Frankie?
Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing tangible.
All right. Nowheres.
Yeah.
You know where you are.
Yeah. Ugh.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
How's your spar with Brother Oak today?
I mean, I have been in less pain in my life, but I am in less pain now than I was a couple weeks ago. So I'd say it's a good trajectory.
Yeah, you're getting the upper hand against Brother Oak.
Well, I've gotten used to his tricks.
Yep. And right now, as you two kind of separate from this last quick bout, you can see the orc man is breathing heavily. Sweat is dripping off his brow. More sweat on him than from you.
And that's just as it should be.
And as he's getting ready, he's lifting his axe for another round. His eyes flick towards the doorway. And he steps back, his brows drawn together in surprise and confusion. He lowers his axe.
All right, I'll take the bait. I turn around and look at him, at whatever it is that's disturbed him.
There's Iana standing in the doorway.
Oh, hey. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Welcome to the dojo.
Thank you, Nowheres. And she raises one hand up to the clasp of her cloak and undoes it, falls to the ground. She steps in. She's not dressed as you last saw her.
Well, I mean, last time I saw her was when she died, so
Yes.
I'm just taking it all in.
She's wearing leather armor,
Okay,
leather pants.
okay,
She has her long bow.
okay.
She has a rapier and 2 short swords on her.
I mean, there is such a thing as having too many weapons. I wouldn't say that to her face, though.
She comes into the room, gives a slight bow to Brother Anger, and looks you dead in the eye. I am here to train you, Nowheres.
Oh, right. Yeah, uh-huh. This is Brother Oak.
Good morning, brother.
And this is Iana. Yep.
Iana. Oak is looking back and forth between the two of you. I was, training Brother Nowheres here. He's kind of my pupil right now. He's doing well. I imagine he is, but he is also getting the better of you.
Well, the student shall surpass the master and all that. You're dead.
No, I am not.
Yeah, no, so I see with my own eyes. Not that I didn't believe Frankie and Tarur. I believed them. Yep. You're here.
Master Nowheres,
Hi.
Brother Oak, as the avatar of Silo,
Right.
I am here to train Nowheres.
Right.
Avatar of Silo.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it's
by
a
the gods.
it's a long
Right.
It's a long story. It's a long story.
You will have to tell me tonight.
Yep. Yeah, yep, you got it. Hi.
I'll leave you to it, I guess.
Please don't leave. Please don't leave.
What?
Please don't leave me.
Persuasion. Come on, Nowheres, do some persuasion.
Oh man, he's got no charisma. 5. 5.
And Oak just kind of lowers his brows and looks at you. His jaw's like,
Please don't leave me. Don't you dare leave me. Don't.
why?
Because she's supposed to be dead.
She doesn't look dead.
I saw her die.
Yeah, but she's breathing.
Yeah, no, obviously. Do you know what a person who can come back to life can do to a man?
You know, back when I was with the tribe, we did have a shaman type person who tried raising the dead. It was never pretty when he did that.
Obviously, he wasn't an
Yeah.
avatar of Silo.
No, he was just some crackpot shaman.
I've heard of clerics who can bring people back to life. That's neither here nor
That's not here. This guy wasn't a cleric. Clerics got real divine magic to be able to, speak to the death thing. And
Please don't leave me.
all right, okay. Avatar of Silo Yana lady. Well, as one trainer to the next, I've kind of put a lot of sweat and stake and blood into training nowheres here, and thuds you right in the chest. I think it's only proper that I see how well things go between the two of you before I fully
Yeah.
let the reins
Also,
go.
Iana, I'm not doubting you or anything. You're a ranger. You use ranged weapons. You use bows and arrows, and you're wearing a lot of blades. I'll grant that, but I didn't think this was your thing.
She draws her short swords.
They're very nice.
Brother Oak, I accept your offer.
Let's maybe not use the real blades. Maybe not. Just a thought.
Nowheres.
Yeah.
Put up your blade.
Okay.
You have first move. And she steps to the...
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Right. So I will draw my basic longsword.
Okay. Roll to attack and tell me how you're doing it.
Very, very reluctant. That's a 24.
That will hit, yeah.
So, okay, that's a 12.
12 damage. Nice. From your slice. You slide in there drawing your sword and you just make a quick right across, and it's a good hit right into her left shoulder.
Yeah, no, sorry,
Second attack.
Right, I actually didn't mean for it to go that deep. 19.
19 will hit as well.
5.
All right. So you bring the sword again, hits her other side. She brings her short sword up and pushes a little bit, but she's not as strong as you, so you're able to push the blade into her a bit more. And, with that sword up, short sword in each hand, she's going to make a jab at you. The first attack is a 13, so you're able to...
I dodge mostly out of instinct.
Yep, you dodge mostly out of instinct. Second attack, she slides through, but you're still moving away from her.
I'm like skittering.
Third attack is a nat 20.
Okay, yeah, no. Yep.
So, as you're moving, she sees where you're going and brings her sword over. And
It is very unnerving to have a dead person who's not, undead attack you.
12 damage from that one. And then, her fourth attack.
Fourth attack?
Is a 19. By the way, she's dual wielding and she's a 2-weapon fighter.
Right.
So that is another 10 to you.
Dang.
So 24 points right there in her first round. And she spins around you.
22?
22, my bad. 22 points of damage as the first blade sinks in, and as she spins around and away from you, her second blade slices along your butt.
I don't know why we're doing this. Okay. I'm very uncomfortable with this. I hope you know this.
I'm aware, but you were doubting my abilities.
I was not doubting your abilities. I was asking a question. That's an 18.
18 will hit.
5 again.
Okay.
23.
That will hit.
9.
16 won't hit because you still have your shield up.
Oh, plus I have a 19 armor class. Yeah.
Second attack is a 16 again.
Am I using... I don't have listed my other shield anymore. I guess Scathe is the only one I...
Scathe is the only one you have
The
right
only
now.
one I have.
Yep. So first 3 attacks, she hammers on you. You're able to deflect with your blade and shield, but she's able with the 4th one with her left hand as she's pushing your sword away, is able to get it through with a 19.
Okay.
Just barely gets it in there. And that's for a total of 7.
Okay.
However, Colossus Slayer, because you get damaged for another 1. Brother Oak, you have done well on him so far. I will push him further. We want to leave the 3 of them there.
Great.
Yep.
Great. Wonderful. That's great.
Isn't it?
That's just peachy.
Tarur.
Yeah.
You're in the village.
Yeah.
That's kind of where you go of late, because you're the 4-man overseer type person. Well, today in the village, things are a little bit different.
Okay.
There's a buzz to the air, excitement. And you, more than the rest of your party, know there's going to be a festival, a celebration that night. There's a wedding tonight.
Oh, I forgot about that. Like Canute and the girl from the inn.
Benny.
Benny. Yeah.
Now, the villagers have gotten used to you. They greet you when they see you.
Okay.
You've kind of become one of them over the past week. Etor, the barkeep, actually has a tab for you now. And Benny, the main barmaid, his daughter, Knute's fiancée, is friendly towards you and has learned that you prefer meals heaping with vegetables. And she makes sure you get the best selection when you come through.
That's very sweet. That's very good customer service.
Mm-hmm. So, as you're wandering the village, how has it been going for you down there?
I mean, it's fine. There's just a lot to keep track of, because Frankie has me doing a lot for her since she's, otherwise engaged these days.
Yeah. Now that the bell tower is finished, what are your next plans?
She wants me to work on the walls. Sort of see what's going on there. We're probably going to be waiting until after the fishing season starts.
Okay. Waiting till after the fishing season starts. That's fair enough.
After the tent city kind of all disappear into the boats, so to speak. We'll see who's left and see if we can hire some labor and address those, especially where they're real worn down. Especially those parts. Also, I mean, frankly, it hasn't passed my notice that we didn't actually kill the bay here.
That's true.
We just broke its chain, and we don't know where it is.
Yep.
I don't think we're in any danger from it, but that's an ever-hanging cloud of reality.
Yep. Going through the village this morning, you swing by the bell tower. You just to make sure how it stood its first night post-construction.
Sure.
What do you do there at the bell tower?
I spent some time looking as Frankie requested for any sort of finger holds, toe holds, any sort of imperfections on the outside.
Okay.
I also check the locks because that's what she's told me to do. I don't really know what I'm looking for, but that's what she told me to do.
Well, why don't you give me a quick roll?
Cool. What am I checking?
Let's do a perception.
Investigation?
Investigation, perception, whichever one you want to do.
I mean, perception is...
Yeah, okay, let's do investigation. And how long do you want to spend looking around?
I mean, I probably better spend like 10, 15 minutes or she's
15?
gonna get after me if I don't have like a really thorough report.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a gigantic 9. Big 9. Investigation is an intelligence thing, and that's not Tarur's strong suit.
No, it's not. All right. So as you're going around looking at it, something seems off. You're not quite fully sure, but something feels off about the bell tower. It's not exactly as you saw it yesterday when you left, when it was finished.
Can I go find, Eggle? Can I go find him?
Sure.
I go find him.
All right.
Or look for him, as the case may be.
Well, he's in his shop. Tarur! What can I do for you, my boy?
Hey, yeah, I know, I just wanted to let you know your apprentice is doing great work.
That's why I gave him to you for that task. He's a bright fella.
I was wondering though, and this is no reflection on him.
Huh?
I was wondering if you'd come take a look.
Yeah, sure. I'll come take a look.
Couple things I want to just double check real quick.
Yeah. All right. So the two of you go back to the bell tower, and Eggle just stands there, spreads his feet out, hands in his pockets, and looks up. I'm gonna have to roll.
Natural 20. Thank you for showing me.
And you hear a
Yeah, that's what I thought. I couldn't put my finger on it though. I'm not a carpenter by trade.
well, it's been tampered with.
That's... See, I thought it didn't look like yesterday.
Gosh, he starts pulling at his dwarven beard a bit.
Is it gonna take a while? Like, what do you think? Is it good for tonight? Do we need to address it right away?
It ain't gonna function like we want it to.
Right, so we better get on that.
Tar, what are you doing right now as he's staring in muted horror at the bell tower?
I am vaguely panicking.
All right.
Because, I mean, like, I'm trying to hide it, but I'm getting agitated. Like, this is exactly what we did not want to happen.
I would like you to roll me a survival check.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
You know what's associated
You know what?
with
It's
survival?
fine. You know what? It's fine. It's absolutely fine. It's beautiful. It's another natural 20 plus 5 is 25.
Great. Actually, for you, Mr. Tar, it is a +6.
That's even better. Is that to all my proficiencies, or is that just to my wisdom?
Your proficiency went up to a +3.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Tar, as your thought that something is wrong has been validated, your eyes kind of open up and you're able to assess now. Around the base of the bell tower, you see tracks, foot tracks. Granted, the ground is a bit churned up from all the work that's been there.
Well, but hey, I'm a hunter.
Exactly. And your keen eyes for tracking and all this notice these smaller footprints going around the tower several times with another pair.
Not Knut's.
Not Knut's.
Gotcha.
Not any of the workers.
Yeah,
They're
I got used to their
good fellas, big fellas.
Yeah.
But these are like half the size of their footprints. And then there's another set that walks lighter, almost as big as Canute's, but not as deep, walking lighter through the dirt. And several circles around the tower. Superficially, there's nothing wrong with this new structure. Everything looks as it should to the untrained eye. You know, people walking by like, yeah, we got a great bell tower now. But you, now that Eggle is there and you're assessing what is wrong, it's wrong.
What do I notice is different besides the tracks?
Going from the top, you see the bell. It's gently swaying in the breeze. The rope that should be attached to the bell is not. It's attached to the beam, but not the rope. So if you pull on it, nothing will happen.
It wouldn't even, it's not even attached to the pulleys anymore.
No, it looks like it'll work, but it's not. And then as you see this, you see these hand-sized clay pots have been strapped and tied to various parts around the support beam up top to the roof. There's one near the apex just poking out of the roof. And there's several along the body and even more around the tower, half buried in the ground and slightly covered by plants.
Clay pots.
Clay pots.
So I would like to investigate one of the ones on the ground.
Okay, give me a roll.
Nope.
Okay, that's a natural 1 minus 1. So you get close to it, and you notice, well, it's a clay pot, and it's fragile looking. You don't want to actually touch it.
I rolled a 1, though. I probably do touch it, don't I?
Evens, you do touch it. Okay, well then, that's going to give you more information. So as you're trying to dig it out, you drew your dagger and trying to dig the dirt, you hit the pot and cracks, and this liquid comes out. Lantern oil.
Like I can smell it, taste it.
You can
smell
smell. It is thick lantern oil, and with your experience with lantern oil, fire.
Right. Right, so, somebody wants to burn this down.
Who by the gods would want to do that?
Anybody who wanted to attack without getting the reinforcements from up top. People who were probably plenty pleased that it was in bad shape in the first place.
Who do you think done it?
How would I know? I've just met everybody. I don't know. I'll tell you one thing, it probably wasn't your apprentice. He wouldn't blow up something he worked so hard on.
I'm not going to tell anyone about this, but I'm going to get Canute over here, and he's going to start fixing it.
By himself on his wedding night?
Okay, I'll get one of the other boys.
Get a couple of them. I don't feel safe leaving them here by themselves.
I'll get right on that.
I'll, stay here till you get back. Actually, could you,
Yeah.
If you see one of those kids who's, one of those fast kids who likes getting a coin for doing messages and stuff, could you send them my direction?
Yeah.
Thanks.
So he goes off, and a few moments later, this blonde-haired little boy comes up with bright brown eyes and dirt all over his face, and you're like, little kids.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
You know where the manor is?
Monk's place.
Right.
Yeah.
I need you to take a message up there.
Okay.
This message goes to Lady Frankie. Directly.
Okay.
Tell her her second found something at the bell tower and would like her to come down.
Okay, I'll go. And he
I
runs
was
off.
gonna give you a silver. Okay.
And so we'll fast forward at about half an hour, 40 minutes. Frankie, you've come down.
Yeah.
Tarur is at the bell tower watching a few of the carpenter lads working and digging around the tower.
What is going on? Yeah, so, there were plans to sabotage this. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, we found these pots with, like, kerosene in them. Like, all over, like all the way, all around the base and, like, all up in the roof and all that. I mean, there are tracks. I could see lots of tracks. But yeah, so that's a thing, and I thought that maybe you might want to be the one to check and see how they might have done it. Yeah, I see what you mean. Oh yeah, up there in the beams, huh? Okay. Yeah, this is pretty good work, actually. Almost unnoticeable, would be unnoticeable at night. Pretty clever. I'm impressed. You're impressed. I mean, yeah, aren't you? Frankie is going to see if she can figure out how they got in. And got up.
Okay. You want to do investigation? Or...
Yeah, I think so. She'll take a look down at the bottom, like the base of everything, and see. And she'll see if she can figure out how they got up.
What did you roll?
4
For investigation, plus 9.
plus what now?
9.
How do you reckon?
Well, Frankie has been training.
Yeah.
Like mad.
Yeah.
So she has gained a few levels.
Okay.
You know that special thing, that expertise
Oh, right.
that
Yeah.
rogues have?
Yeah.
Well, at level 6, they get to choose another 2 skills.
So
And
she chose
she
investigation.
chose investigation to be proficiency doubled.
Gotcha.
So it is now a 9.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. So, plus 9 to
To a force is still only a 13.
still a 13. Whoever did it, one, knew what they were doing.
Right. No, that's obvious. They probably had equipment too.
But you don't see any marks of equipment.
So they got inside. They must have. Let me check the lock. Can I pick it?
Go for it.
Dex?
At plus proficiency.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that's a 21.
You're able to pick it as these small town locks are fairly easy compared to big city locks for you.
I click my tongue and look over at Tarur, and I just shake my head. Like, well, obviously, this is child's play.
Mm-hmm.
You could even pick this lock.
You probably could. Why don't you give me another investigation check inside?
All right. I try not to get in anybody's way.
Yeah.
That'll be a 23.
All right. So you see more of those footprints, the small ones. and
Right, the ones that Tarur showed me,
lighter, big
yeah.
ones. You also see no signs of equipment, no ladders, no stools. There is one point where the lighter footprints step in the middle and just seem to stand there for a while. But there's no tools, no signs that they're climbing the sides.
I go to the side and kind of stick my head out the side down to Tarur. I think we should have brought Runt. Oh, why? Well, I reckon there's something arcane going on. You think Runt could help with that? I mean, probably not, but like, he's the only one here who really has magic. You think it's magic? I mean, I don't know. I could, if I stayed here a while, I might be able to tell, but like, it's not my strong suit. It's probably, I mean, like, you have more education and that sort of thing than I do. I don't want to go get it. You know what? I'm just gonna. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can tell.
All right. So we're going to leave the two of you there. Investigations, trying to figure out how they did it, who might have done it, and why.
Okay.
Brother Runt. Runtimus.
Yeah.
How is the library?
Quiet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's been pretty quiet. There aren't too many people around.
No.
And the smell of books have been nice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm trying to learn spells.
Yeah. You have found several old books of magic and spell books that had ritual spells
Yeah.
that you were able to copy into your book.
Yeah?
Yeah. So here is a little thing of the ritual spells you have found.
Oh, it's in a little booklet.
Yeah, I made you a little booklet of the ritual spells that you have found and have been able to copy into your Book of Shadows.
How am I doing on gold ink?
This has expended all of your gold ink.
All 4 jars, huh?
Yeah.
Have I dared to try any of these?
You have not yet. You're still pouring through the books and everything.
Yeah.
Have you found anything that might help with what happened during the Behir hunt with your magic?
What do you mean?
Your magic kind of went...
That's why I'm working so hard on learning new spells.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you give me a investigation or history roll, please?
Okay. 5. It's not my strong suit.
No, it's not. Okay. All right. You haven't found anything definite. You've come across several books that reference a journal written by a warlock by the name of Jahorne.
How do you spell that?
J''Horne. Fun little swoop-de-doo above the E.
A swoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
E with a swoop-de-doo.
Yep. But you haven't found a copy of the journal yourself, unless you want to spend a little bit more time and do another investigation roll. But you haven't.
I feel like
found
I've
it
been doing
yourself.
this every single day.
Yeah, you've been here for an entire
But like,
week.
I don't really know about libraries. This is new to me, so I don't know where journals are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I found the books on mushrooms, and they were interesting, but like, now's not the time to read about mushrooms.
No, now is not. Now's the time to figure out what's up with the magics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a theory, but I just need to work harder.
Mm-hmm.
I have a theory, but I don't want to say it.
Okay. Well, as I said earlier, there's been one person who's been keeping an eye on you.
Yeah, Brother
That's
Anger.
Brother Anger.
Yeah, he's been really nice not to get mad about the fact that I'm skipping my kitchen duties.
Brother Anger has come into the library, and he slowly comes up to you on his quiet monkey feet.
Hi.
Hello.
Have a seat.
No.
I
Thank
push a bunch of books out of the way.
And he sits down next to you, and you can't help but notice the concern is in his silver eyes.
Hi.
What are you searching for, Brother Runt?
I'm just... If I had had stronger magic, I don't think that the people who died would have died. Yeah.
Yes, I can understand. Yes. Could it be that I could help?
Probably not, but thanks.
I do want to help you, my dear Brother Runt.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I don't think this is something that a person can help with.
I do know magics, ways of magics. This is magic problem.
Sort of. It's more like a communication problem.
Oh,
Yeah.
how? Tell me more.
Well, my magic comes from my patron.
Yes, you are what they call warlock.
Yeah. But my patron doesn't live here.
Yes.
So there's been a connection to this world.
And the connection is
Not
not.
nice anymore. So I just
Do you want connection back?
well, I'm no use to anybody if I don't have it.
Runt, brother Runt. He puts a hand on your shoulder, squeezing you, trying to be reassuring. There is strength in you and my brother Runt. I see it. I feel it.
Having strength of spirit is pretty normal for a goblin. We're resilient. We have to be. We treat each other horribly. No, that's not it though. Like, these are the first people who've ever been family to me. And we all have our roles.
Yes.
And mine is that when people are hurt, I help them.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
And I spit fire and stuff when I have to, and if I can't do those things anymore, I'm not. People died because I couldn't heal them. And I'm scared to ask in my dreams. I don't have as many nice dreams anymore. And I'm scared to ask in my dreams what's happened because I think I know the answer, but I don't want it to be the answer.
You want magic back.
I need magic, or else I don't have a reason to be here, taking up space.
Brother Runt. He leans in towards you. I know where you can get magic.
I get my magic from my patron, and my patron will be angry if I get it from somewhere else.
Tell me about this patron.
He's really big.
Is he nice? Does he treat you like person?
He wrote me a love letter.
May I see?
Oh,
No?
oh. It's private.
Ah.
And he made sure that when we got here, I still had a connection, so I still had magic when we got here.
I know a way where you can have magic no matter what world you go to, whether
But
you be
I
on
don't think-
Patrick or where you come from.
I don't think he'll like it if I get magic from someone else. Because he saved my life. I sort of owe it to him.
Has he been good to you?
He gave me magic.
Has he treated you well?
He saved my life? I don't understand your question.
Is he good? Does he treat you like a person?
He doesn't treat anybody like a person. He's a demigod.
I have heard of patrons to their warlocks, and some don't treat them well.
He gave me magic and he saved my life, and he writes me things and he lets me have magic so that I'm useful to people.
What do you do in return?
Do you think that's why he left me? I don't do anything. I dance sometimes when I do spells, but that's... Do you think he's mad?
No.
Do you think he left because I don't give him anything?
Would he want you to be strong?
Of course he wants me to be strong, I think.
I know.
I mean, he wouldn't have bothered getting the connection through Jot if he didn't want me to be able to use my magic.
Yes.
And he said that after I kill all the bad guys, I get to go home.
And you need to kill all the bad guys to go home.
and then he'll punish people for doing bad things to me, so I'll be safe.
But to kill bad guys, you need magic. You are in a difficult spot, my brother Runt.
Yeah. I mean, I do have my sickle and my hand axe, and I am a master of the axe.
Yes.
But I'm also little. I understand that. If I were fighting against Nowheres or if I were fighting against Jolg, I'd have to hope that I could get them in the kneecap. And that's pretty risky. I'm not big and strong like Anna. I'm not good with a bow like Tarur and Frankie.
And you had magic, and that's what you did.
I do have a bee horn. And I do have a circlet that lets me breathe fire. But those are just items. They're just things. They could get broken, or I could lose them, or I could sit on them, or whatever.
Brother Runt, come with me. I will get you magic.
But I don't want to make my patron mad.
Think of it this way. You will be strong, and you will be able to fight the bad people for your patron. And that's what your patron wants you to do.
You think so?
Yes.
Do you know anything about how libraries are organized?
Yes.
Where are the journals? Like, not like the ones where like fancy people in like the robes and the hats who go to school for long times, not those sorts of journals, but like journals from like people.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a journal.
Of who?
A magic dude.
There are several. Do you have a name?
I do, but you know.
Come with me.
Okay.
He takes you across the library to the biographies and autobiographies.
Okay.
Why don't you do an investigation check while you're over here?
Great.
With advantage, because you have Brother Inger.
That was a 9. And that was a 9.
Alright, it takes you the better part of an hour to find...
There's a lot of books. I got distracted, though, because some of these biographies and stuff have pictures, like illustrations and stuff. And I really like the illustrations because they're like real people, and it's like, it's cool to see where they're from, and it's like all history that I don't know because I don't know the history of Patchwork because I'm not from here. I'm new here. So this is kind of interesting and fun, and Brother Anger knows a lot about a lot of things. He's very smart.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows a lot about history, so it's kind of fun to kind of pull things. It kind of gets distracted.
Well, as I said, it takes a better part of an hour until you find a slim volume. And you pull it out, and it is Jahorne's journal. And it's a small thing, as I said, and it's of a warlock who came to Patchwork. In the journal, they spoke of the entity they made their pact with, an elder fey creature from the Feywild, large and imposing when it wants to be, with too many arms, 6 or 8 or 10, with blood-dipped claws.
Hey, that sounds familiar. That sounds like my guy.
The pact that it made with Jahorne was for entertainment. Jahorne was pulled from his courtly life to the Feywild, where he was to appease the entity with song, stories, and dance.
Hey, that sounds like my guy too.
The Fey Lord really liked the latter.
Yeah, that's why he asked me to dance. It sounds like my guy.
After a while, the Fey Lord dismissed Jahorne back to his world with the powers he'd been promised for his entertainment.
Okay.
There, Jahorne wandered for a while until another strange being came and whisked him off to yet another land. This time, Patchwork.
Okay.
Patchwork for Jahorne was a new and different and wonderful adventure.
Okay.
Every few miles there was a different type of land, and the people were interesting and intermixed, and there was so much to see, and it was great until his magic waned.
Okay, so this happened to him too.
At first, his spells didn't have the potency they once had. Then they began to fail completely.
Oh no.
All of his spells, cantrips, rituals, and those that required spell slots.
Oh no.
Seeking help, Jahorne recounted going to a temple of one of the deities of Patchwork, Me, the goddess of knowledge and wisdom.
Right, okay, she would know things.
Perhaps one of her priests would know what was the matter with
because
his magics.
they're smart and they know things.
There in the temple, Jahorne found himself in a rustic kitchen.
Frankie talked about this.
There was an older woman there in that kitchen with him, pulling bread out of the oven.
I like bread. Like when we pull bread out of the oven.
This grandmotherly-like figure turned out to be the Me, who was worshipped in that very temple.
Right. It's just like Frankie described.
And Me knew what was wrong with his magics, and she knew how to fix it,
Okay?
if he wanted it.
Okay.
The cause of his magical maladies was Patchwork itself.
Oh no. Okay.
This Patchwork is not a normal world, as one would say. It was a patchwork of other places, worlds, realms, planes, knit together, copied and brought together to make a new land that was unique and separate from the already known and experienced places the builders lived and experienced. It had a bridge to one world, and through that world the different planes of existences. Yet those planes did not connect to Patchwork itself. Any powers derived from such places as the Feywild or Shadowfell became void through the loss of direct contact. Beings that had, foolishly, forged a pact with beings of those realms lost what they gained and what they had given. To get those powers back, they would have to return to whence they came.
Oh. So this is saying that I have to go home to get my power back.
Yes, Brother Runt. To get the power from your patron, you would have to go and go back.
But I can't leave before we do everything.
Brother Runt.
What am I gonna do? I can't leave.
Brother Anger drops to his knees in front of you and wraps you in a hug. Oh, Brother Runt.
I can't leave. I can't leave my friends.
Do you trust me?
I mean, sure.
I can take you to a place where you can get magics that will stay with you and help you do what the builders need you to do.
But if I get magic here, then when I go home, my patron will be really angry.
No, you will show that you are strong.
He won't like that I got magic from someone else. I know it. I know that he won't like it.
Then, if he comes to you, I will come to you. when that happens.
I mean, no offense, but he's kind of, like, he's really, like, big and, like, scary and stuff. Because he's, like, really powerful.
Do you know why they call me Brother Anger?
Well, I assume you had a lot of temper tantrums when you were younger.
Yes, that is very true.
Do you know why they call me Runt?
You are small.
I don't know why they call me Runt, actually.
Runt,
I just have a feeling that he won't like it.
Then I will speak to him when you return. All right?
Yeah, okay.
Then let me take you someplace.
I just think that I need to be useful, you know?
Yes, I understand that. Then let me take you. Come, we go.
Where are we going? On a field trip?
We are going on a field trip to a secret place
I'm gonna go to a
that
secret place.
only I and the builders know.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
That's pretty... Is it a long trip? Do I need to pack anything?
No, it is not long.
Okay. Well, only you know about it, though?
Yes.
Is it close by?
Yes.
Is it like your meditation center, like a little shrine, like a...
No.
I just have to light some incense and like
It
focus on my
is-
inner being and
It is outside the keep.
So you have a meditation spot outside the keep?
Yes. Let's go.
You're awfully excited about this, but I don't know, man.
And he takes your hand and whisks you out of the library.
And there you have it, another episode of K&K Play D&D is
in the books! That was Anna and Mokana
Episode number 5! Oh, I'm sorry. I probably just blasted out somebody's headphones right there. Yeah, we're late with this one. However, we have already received what I think is a fabulous idea for punishment for being late on an episode.
Yup. Dornstone.
Dornstone. Little Dornstone.
Little Dornstone.
Little
So
Dornstone. A little sea dorn.
we'll try to figure something out when to do that.
No, we're not going to try to figure something out. We are going to
We're going to
something
figure
out.
something out for Dornstone.
Yep. If you have a favorite ship, please let us know on social media. You know how to find us. We are at K&K Play D&D on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and Pinterest.
Oh, yeah, and
Also on
Pinterest.
YouTube.
Oh, yes, we're getting the YouTube
Oh,
stuff.
slowly but surely.
Yeah.
The music was written by me, and if it wasn't written by me, it was written by Tim over at tabletopaudio.com. Please go check him out.
And finally, I'm the first K, the Keith.
I'm the second K, Karin, signing off.
Thanks for listening.
And be well.